Hey guys, it's your boy the Beast here, and I'm doing that intro because I don't know if I've recorded a part 4 yet, or part of a part 4. It doesn't appear so. Yeah, update 4. This is being recorded, as you can see, the day Vel came out. I didn't expect to be starting this recording too soon, or as soon as I am, but yeah, I was just going through Cantina, finally knocked out everything so I can start farming flawed signal data, which I'm going to put to Piet first, just try and get him up to relegate for executor. You know, it is what it is, but I go since you get achievements for completing the final stage of each section. So completed zone 7, zone 8. I misclicked, and I saw that the next set of journey quests are actually already in, which I meant to check last night, but I didn't. It slipped my mind. I forgot about it. So imagine my surprise when this is just sitting here. So guide time. Rebel Admiral. Now I don't believe we actually have an Admiral tag, just a fleet commander. I think. Fleet commander. Yeah. No Admiral. No A tag. Period. But Rebel Fleet Commander, I'm assuming that'll do the trick. You have Akbar, you have Radis. So, once again, Palpatine's journey is going to be the way to go. Just scroll on up, and yeah, we'll see if either of them, nope, if either of them will do the trick. Alright, that's one battle with a Rebel Admiral. I will do a run with Akbar instead of Radis to test the waters and make sure that it works both ways. Just so those of us that may not have used our Rebel Lightspeed token on Adrad can still knock this out. And Surveil says Akbar works too. So go on ahead, take any of the Mon Calamari characters and or either of the Mon Cala characters, and just let's grind this node. And just like that, we're done with one challenge. And holy, I would just like to say that investment into Adrad is really paying off with these challenges. I did not think it would work out that well. Defense down 100 times. That's gonna be a fun one. Who inflicts defense down? On my main account, I would just use pirates for that, but I don't have that option here. And that's why it's a guide. I will do some research and be back in a moment. Okay. Defense down. I think I have my characters. Now, supposedly, the big guy does defense down. Although you need to get this here for that. Only reason I have Boss Nos up to relics is because the previous episode passed. But the easiest way for all of us is Fifth Brother has an AoE that does defense down. And Ninth Sister has an AoE that does defense down. So it looks like we're going to be doing some Inquisitor battles, and Conquest is still up, so I think that's where we're going to do those battles. Cal Kestis also has defense down on his basic, but 2 AoEs in one squad, it's going to be more worthwhile to just use that. And I know I actually have some pretty decent data discs for where I'm at in Conquest. Does Marok have defense down on anything? No, he only does 10 down and whatever else he does. Okay. Sorry, I then shut up to try and glance through everything else. At the start of his turn, he inflicts defense down on a random enemy with Purge. Okay, well. That doesn't seem to be contingent on having mercenary allies, so I think we'll drop Second Sister for him. And again, if you got that free calendar that gave the Inquisitor token, then in theory, you should also have Marok up to relics. It's going to be hard to inflict the defense down when we one-shot them, though. But that's 3 Inquisitors doing defense down. We'll eventually knock this challenge out. If you have them up to relics, then just spamming Grand Inquisitor's node might be the way to go. This might actually help with that challenge. Oh well. This should easily knock out the defense up feat. Surely. Surely we're not 4 off. Surely we're not at 96 out of 100. Okay. Oh hey, potency down 20 times. Cool. Tickets. Not that I'm really pursuing this conquest. Whatever. Old Ben. 50 troopers with Mon Mothma present. Who the fuck has Mon Mothma at this stage of the game? But it's also quite unfortunate that, well, that'll make things easier, I guess. But it'll be a while before we get there. Let's just bump up Old Ben, though, for now. Can make some headway on CLS's journey, but I'm not going to worry about that until we get all of them done. Okay, just Imperial Troopers. Doesn't have to be specifically Stormtroopers. Cool. But yeah, that about wraps up this grind for now. I'll work towards Mon's node and try and unlock her. And then, what was a good node for Troopers? Well, actually, this was a good node for Troopers. Stormtroopers specifically, but we could also just do Troopers. In fact, if you haven't done the thing from the last video, then you could use this for the Imperial Troopers with Mon and have Princess Leia on the squad. 2 for 1 special. Yeah. You know, you can load. You don't have to not. There we go. Finally. Did you reset the game audio? I think you did, because it was not this loud. Yeah, new era. Have I really not logged in on this account in that long? Holy lag. It has been a month and a couple days since this account was created. I would like to be showing you more, but we get loading screen simulator because we just updated the game. Don't you love that? Oh yeah, IG90 is farmable. I need to make use of that on the main account because that's the only account that can actually benefit off him being fucking relicked. Okay, POW shards. Huge. Totally. Holy pop-up. I'm not buying shit. Especially not that. Okay. We are pretty similar point. We did hit 1 million power. I don't need these fucking pop-ups, dog. Game's treating me like I haven't touched this game in ages. Okay. 1 million GP. Huge. Did that in 1 month. Ships. Looking pretty good. Vader's tie. Nearly 7-star. Had some luck with the Razor Crest. How much luck? Hopefully luck enough to have it appear in the shipments right now if this game would load. Also, hopefully the mic sounds better. I'm sure it should, but I just spent like 15-20 minutes dicking with the mic settings. Only awkward part of that is you're gonna probably hear how moist my mouth is. Okay, nothing great in shipments. Woohoo! Still nothing great in shipments. Even more woohoo. Bigs. I have shit to spare now. Might as well start getting him up a bit to unlock the X-Wing. So that way I can hopefully get further in the Home 1 event. Because my light ship, yeah. Because my light side ships are not looking great. I might have to restart the game just to try and get it to knock this shit off. Because I would have already segued over to episode shipments, be like, oh, hey, speaking of shipments, Mon Mothma should be back there. Since they reset. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo. Give me 5 more minutes and we can unlock her. Holy, did that fix it? Okay. Well, slight account update and shitty load times that aren't fixed aside, let us get back into the guide we were somewhat doing. 50 imp troopers with Momo. Let us stop getting flagged with a bunch of pop-ups that we're not going to be buying. It was 3 over here. They got rid of the pictures? You're lying. Why would they get rid of the pictures? Terrible change. Okay, definitely wasn't hard mode. Okay, it wasn't the trees, it was the streets of Coruscant. So yeah, it was this one. Sorry, I didn't expect this game would have shit itself that violently after an update. So, sorry for all these technical difficulties midway through. I guess shit happens. Did they not count as Imperial troopers? Or am I blind? Or they, I guess, stormtroopers aren't Imperial now? Okay, fine. We'll go here. And I know sometimes it doesn't recognize characters that you can't get. It might not recognize the recon trooper. This should be at least 3, though. Should be. And assuming it doesn't recognize, then this should be at least 6. 6 or 8. Depending on what it recognizes. And if it doesn't recognize pretty much anyone that you can't actually get, then we're going to be in for one hell of a ride. We're going to be in for one hell of a ride, chat. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you when we eventually pull this off. At least I have a bunch of energy to burn from the web store. So it's not really eating into my ship farming energy. But still, it's not gonna be fun. You also got rid of my fucking choice in autoing. Fuck you, game. Well, unexpectedly, I pulled that off in that battle. Took a while, but I didn't expect it to be done right then and there. I got 2 quests done. Episode quest, winning with Mon Mothma. Episode quest, kills with Republic characters, thanks to R2. And bam. Now just 100 kills with Rebels, and we'll be in. Ooh. Juicy currency. I've been starving on that shit. And I can't do anything with that right now. I have still been low-key neglecting Coliseum. To the point, apparently, that I need to see this cutscene again. We don't. We saw it a couple weeks ago. But I've heard that the game kind of soft reset for some people, which now has me curious if that's a PC client thing or just game software deciding to pick and choose who does and doesn't get soft reset like that. I really don't know. I'm not a game designer. What was I coming here for? This. About 500 off. About 10 days off from getting our first relic off that. Which, again, I might give to TIE Fighter Pilot. Okay, back to the guide. Kills with rebels, 100 of them. Let us just knock out some of Thrawn's event. That should be easy enough. Okay, that was at least 20 kills. Just do that a couple times, and bam, we'll be set to sail. So, guys, we're back, and you won't believe how many kills we're at right now. We're totally not 99 out of 100. Honestly, this lower tier might be easier to grind just because you need to press 2 buttons and you win. But either way, we're going tier 1 just because I need literally 1 kill. And of course, you spam or you knock down the one person that can give me the whatever. Whatever. Of course, yeah. Sabine could have just done an AoE, but of course, the only time Thrawn uses Fracture in pretty much this entire grind is when she could just squad wipe. That's my luck, chat. Okay. Moving on. 20 battles, full squad of droids. Give it a couple months, a couple weeks. We'll have IG-88 available to be part of that, but for those of us who are impatient, you probably already have this shit done because I am slacking. For those of us who don't have it done, we already have 2 droids, high speed token wise, and then IG-90 from the last era. And then most of these other droids I haven't even been trying to get, but they're not too hard to get. Droidica is with Zanadu Blood? Question mark? So if you're farming that, then yeah. Speaking of farming the ships, I have the energy. I might as well. See, look at that. 8 more shards. No, I have 5 dark side. IG, Dark Trooper. Yeah, 3 IGs, Dark Trooper. 4 IGs, Dark Trooper. My fault. And then also B2 and Droidica if I really wanted. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to a hard, or no, a light, easy, chill, dark side node. And I'll see you once I do 20 battles. I'm not gonna have the energy for that, so I'll see you soon. I mean, it'll be a quick cut, but for me, it'll be like a day or two. Sorry. All right, that is our 20 battles. Sorry if I was seeming to be in a bit more of a piss poor mood yesterday than today. I need to make it a note to self. Anytime I mess with back end like computer settings and stuff, I should not record anything right after because I'm always I'm always in a sour mood after spending time trying to fix issues, technical issues, and I don't go well together. But yeah, that's our 20 droid kills. I don't know what's up next. Okay, easy enough. And then unlock CLS. Wow, that is pretty free. I didn't realize we were at the end of the quest chain. I don't know why I didn't realize that, but I didn't. That's our... Is that our droid token? If it is, then huge promo for Dark Trooper. Huge! Let's fucking go! I don't even need to think about that. I'm gonna need to restart the game though, aren't I? I will see y'all over at CLS's journey then. We had already done a couple hits of CLS's journey. It should be pretty fair, pretty simple, pretty easy continuing. I mean, you can do this at like what, gear 7, so Relic 0 and all Zetas, this is gonna be free. Okay, maybe it's not gonna be as smooth as I thought. I was hoping I'd be just one-shotting stuff. Whatever. Easy enough. Probably could just throw it on auto basic for most of this. Okay, cool. Yeah, though. I mean, it's not like any of us need a guide, but most of these characters are being rocked unmodded, so I guess I'll simply show you what to do, what buttons to press. Again, we could really just blitz through most of this auto basic. You need to hear with R2 uses AoE. R2 and Leia, you might want to play with stealth before using Leia's ability, but it's not a hard process. You again probably just get away with it on basic. Which I just realized there's 8 tiers of this shit. Oh well. It'll fly by. Yeah. Oh, talk about a walk in the park. Holy shit. Oh, hey. Episode quest. Random. Also, this is going to be nice on crystals. I didn't even think about that. But I do need to start saving up on crystals. Ah, super slow event. No. What does this do? Eh. Old Ben just needs to survive. I don't think I need to do anything fancy. Oh, okay. I was gonna say let's get him down to 1 health, but I guess I can't damage him at all. Old Ben only exists to die. How sad. Please don't ability block me. Okay. There we go. And press the win button. I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Ow! Flashbang! Motherfucker. Starting off with the AoE and just gonna basic. Well, let's just do that. Yeah. Put that on R2. Probably could have put it on Han, but whatever. Since they're gonna thug it out a while, might as well start playing with stealth a bit. And I think R2 is the only one I really kind of have modded. Even then, it's nothing special. Wow, Leia really is the MVP here. Shit. She just soloed that guy. And again, I mean, this is kind of a guide, but at the same time, it's easy enough to brute force with all these guys at Gear 13. I'm gonna avoid using the stealth for now. Pop that on Han so everyone else hides. Use Leia's special, give her basically a turn. I would have loved to aim that hit at someone else, but whatever. It's not too hard of an event in general, but especially, again, with all these guys at Gear 13. And now that's CLS unlocked. And I'm going to need to promote him to Relic 7, or Gear 7 star. That's the one. Too many different forms of book. So, it. Oh, he's a 7 star unlock. Cool. That saves my tongue from getting twisted to hell and back. Snag that. Claim even more crystals. Thank you, game. And let's get the goat to relics. Which honestly, I don't know if I gave the mention. I think I did. But, you know, when the bounty hunter ones come out, you'll get, or yeah, the next set of quests that come out will be bounty hunter oriented. And at the end of that chain, you'll get Chewie, a Lightspeed token. So a really honorable mention. If I didn't, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but even then, getting this Grizzly Go all the way up to Gear 13 with that droid token we just got, that would be huge. Especially because, you know, Zetas and whatnot. CLS, amazing early game team. I'm just prioritizing the troopers here because they're kind of better for me. But also, they lean into Executor and then maybe Sith Eternal. I think Veers, at least, is a requirement. I believe the first quests are for Bosk and Boba. And if that's the case, I should probably dump some resources into Slave 1. I don't know about upgrading the abilities just yet, because those materials are scarce. But yeah. Ooh, shipments. Fleet reset. Huge Razor Crest shards! Finally, some good luck. Also hearing a dove. That makes me happy. I used to hear them all the time before I moved. And they don't seem too common in this area, so it's really nice hearing them. I guess the light speed bundles are a little bit hidden. I wonder if it's just the ships or if it's all the OG bundles. 'Cause if you can get first order off of Slacker bundle or Supreme Leader Ren bundle. Okay. Still not a bad one. But what is finalizer? Is it Relic 7? No, it's Relic 5. Still. Probably I will give this the title of probably the single best bit of money you could put to the game. Hyperdrive bundle's pretty good. A lot of the Lightspeed bundles are fairly good. But if you need a really good boost to your account, this would hands down be it. Between being able to start getting Zetas off of Fleet Challenge that I just tried to do, just be able to get all the way up here, right here, because you'd have all the ships you need. Yeah, being able to farm Zetas, being able to have a monstrous fleet, just that Relic 5 Bosk and Houndstooth. Pretty powerful stuff right there. But then again, if you're doing a free-to-play journey like me, then, you know, ignore all of that. Probably have another Zeta. I should definitely have another Zeta. I'm gonna throw it on anyone. Probably shouldn't put Zetas on just to put Zetas on. I could. I probably shouldn't. How's my Piet looking? I need to find more speed mods for him, but already off to a pretty good start, close to 300 speed. He's absolutely my fastest character. I just now I'm curious to see how much, and that's not how I do it. R2 is my next fastest. That's crazy. 238 to 293. That is a crazy difference. All right. Yeah, though. I might touch up my mods a bit, but still working on Piet's mods. Officially, Executor Farm. As of just a little over a month in, nearly 7 stars on the TIE Advance. Actually 7 stars on the TIE Fighter. Slowly making progress on the rest. I might, because right now my Cantina energies is just going to stockpiling signal data. I'm not doing any refreshes on it, but I'm nearly enough to bump it up in terms of signal data. But the arrow mags and impulses are what I'm struggling to come by because my guild is not doing order 66, and so I might try and find a new guild soon. But what I'm gonna try and do, maybe, and what I'd advise any new account to do, is to bump some relic levels into those beautiful little Inquisitors that we got. Because, you know, Grand Inquisitor is better than people give him credit for. And once you get him up and you get them to Relic 7, you can start doing Riva mission. And that is very lucrative to a lot of guilds. Just having that, you could probably jump into a 200 mil plus GP guild. That's about enough yapping for me, though. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed this video and the unsolicited advice. Well, no, it's kind of solicited if you're here, because we know that this is, by this point, we kind of know that this is a mashup of a guide and just seeing a new journey. Well, not really a new journey, but a fresh journey. Yeah. I did not mean to press that. That's why I press the buttons with the mouse and not just keyboard clicks. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please consider liking, subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me, but even if you just enjoyed this video, I've done my job. That all being said, hope to catch you in the next stream or video, but until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out. Okay. Leave it to Coliseum to one-shot my entire squad. Maybe a little over dramatic, but here it comes.